Hi everyone, this is Natalie and I will be reviewing our first position paper, Communicating Accurate Food and Nutrition Information. We're surrounded by information from various sources, and this seems to increase year after year. This is especially true when it comes to nutrition. There are both advantages and disadvantages of this for the RDN. On one hand, RDNs have access to a larger audience due to technology such as social media and phone apps, but on the other hand, it might be hard to stand out over the noise of all of this misinformed or inaccurate information out there. Although RDNs are one of the most credible sources of nutrition information, they aren't the most popular. This is because education and credentials are not required for those who wish to communicate nutrition information or give food-related advice. So think about the blurbs on morning shows that are based on a popular press article that probably doesn't have much scientific backing, or the ads on Facebook that promise quick results or a miracle diet. We get our news in quick bursts, sometimes segments that last just a few seconds. We read headlines and keep scrolling, or we look for a quick summary for our information. As future RDNs, we have to align our strategies with this shift in society. So how can the RDN play a beneficial role? The position paper we read reviews strategies for navigating traditional media, electronic media, industry communications, and evaluating and communicating research. In your own words, what is the RDN's responsibility when it comes to nutrition information? So first, traditional media. Although the media's primary mission is to sell their stories, RDNs can join forces and attempt to dispense credible knowledge or simply offer advice on what to publish or air. RDNs can play a role in explaining complex topics succinctly to save time, something that a TV or radio reporter would probably be fond of. Also, explaining information in plain language is a skill that RDNs can make a difference with. And remember, keep the ethical standards in your back pocket. Principles 6, 13, and 15 directly apply to this. Nowadays, it can be hard to distinguish between a legitimate, reliable website and one that is non-credible, especially for consumers with little nutrition research background. As an RDN, it's your job to know what's what in order to help clients and not just assume credibility. When it comes to industry communications, the key takeaway message is just to maintain clarity and honesty in all aspects of communication. Nutrition research does not fit neatly in a box, but rather covers a broad spectrum of health conditions and topics. It's important for RDNs to be able to navigate nutrition research studies and condense this information down into something tangible. In your own words, name important things to keep in mind when evaluating and communicating nutrition research, and explain why. Finally, the position of the Academy on this topic. RDs are uniquely qualified to evaluate and interpret nutrition research within the context of the body of science and appropriately translate the findings into positive and practical food and diet advice for the public. Using the practice information and resources in this paper can help heighten recognition of RDs as reliable information sources.